Oh. Uh-oh. Random DC. Oh man! No! Don't be evil. Aren't you? And now I can't interact with it. Exit out of that. I hate when it does this. Random DC. Hold on. Stream restarted. Refresh browser. If needed. Stream restarted. I hate it when it does that so much. Alright. Well, looks like I'm live again, so y'all can still see me. Anyway. Now that stream right crashed. One of those days, I guess, man. Okay. Now we can get back into it. Anyways, where are we at here? Apologies, everybody. Wish they made the owlbears more like werebears. That would be kind of cool. I like the owlbears as they are, but I would love a werebear version. The werebear form, model, shape, I guess, is pretty great. Oof. Okay, let's try this again. Oh yeah, and it seems like we're going to have the next 3 expansions be without a faction war. I'm sure hoping so. If they try to sneak in the whole, oh, the Horde and Alliance hate each other again in the next 3 expansions, I swear I quit. I give up. I don't know, I want my faction conflict. I want my separation due to illogical hatred that is just foolish. It's what makes it interesting. That could be weird though. Yeah, I'm not saying I don't want faction hatred. I'm fine with the factions hating each other. I just don't want it to be a race thing. I want my races to be able to choose what faction they fall under, you know? I don't like being forced to be Alliance because I'm a Night Elf or whatever. Maybe I want to see all my trees burn. Maybe I want to be a psychopath. Maybe I want to join Sylvanas. I don't know. That would be my choice, right? Hey, chest is over here. Excellent. We don't have to go hunting for it. Hello background squid. Right? I haven't checked out the new Moonkin customization. From what I've seen, the new Moonkin customization is pretty great. I don't have any of it myself, but I've seen a lot of other people using it. It looks pretty great. Oh, come here. Give. There we go. I'm not that interested in the next expansion. If I take it's going to have more level to be to more legacy raid. See, I'm actually more interested in the next expansions than I have been for a while. I'm hoping that the new story direction is going to be, I don't know, better. I don't like Dragonflight's story, I'm sorry. I've just been very uninterested with it. Pretty much from top to bottom. There's a few great quest lines. Like, I really like the stuff in Azure Span, and I really liked the Blue Dragonflight quest line, but that's kind of it. Everything else felt too, I don't know, meh? Whitewashed? Neutral? Safe? Quotation marks? On the faction sides with the Manic Pixie Goth GF, and the other sides with Big Mommy Azeroth. That'd be pretty great. Alright, let's go down there. I could finally have a Horde working, that'd be so sweet. Right? Maybe you want a crazy Blood and Honor, Blood and Thunder Worgen. Maybe you want a feral Worgen that wants to just wreck people's shit. That'd be great. I'd go for that. I'd make me a war-torn Orcish Worgen. It'd be fun. Literally wears the furs of his clan. First quest in Dragonflight, when a dragonkin sacrifices herself to save the egg, was nice. I suppose so. I didn't really care for it, to be honest. I thought it was a little overdone, but I don't know. Especially since we don't see anything that happens with that egg. I skip the story when I level. I auto-skip everything. Don't even know the lore storyline, really. All I do is raid and get them loots. Gotcha. Yeah, I know, with the exception of 10-2 stuff, because I haven't really done much of it. I know all the story pretty well, of all the quests and stuff. For the most part. I'm a little rusty on some of it, because it's been a hot minute, but, you know, I like reading everything. Horde, Blood and Thunder, Alliance, Blood and Soil. Yes. Alright, fingers crossed I get the toy. I would like to stop doing this. The annoying thing about this specific one is, about this vault, you can't do it very easily on alt because they have to have access to the rift. You have to go farm stuff either in Korthia to get rift keys to be able to buy them, and it's just not very enjoyable. Right, because because the Horde, wow, factions in the brain. Because the stream had to restart, it looks like we're gonna have another random ad break in 40 seconds. It actually alerted me this time. Just so y'all know. And I can't do anything about it, unfortunately. It's just, stream broke, so it's doing ads again. My apologies. Yeah, come on. Everyone knows the real separation between Alliance and Horde. Alliance prefers T and Horde prefers A. I figured it out. Nice. Let's go. Let's go. So much RP with Garrosh. There really is. He's quite the talker, ironically. He likes monologuing. Classic villain, I guess. Okay, well, Zobal's Vault will be done. We need to check on Morgalax again. See if he's up. And I need to check and see if the Pugilist is up, because there is a calling that is supposed to spawn the treasures for the Pugilist and stuff, but none of the treasures have been actually showing up for this one, which is a little odd. Next extension, the universe of Warcraft, Diablo, and StarCraft will combine in one world. Oh, Azeroth will be waifu. Nice, interesting. I love so many things about Dragonflight. Better story would have made it even better. Yeah, my major two complaints are the things that affect me most, unfortunately, about Dragonflight. I don't like the open world content that they have, specifically the public events and the crappy timers on world quests. And I don't like the story. And since those are the two things that really... Yes! Got it! After 48 attempts. Thank goodness. Jailer's Cage. Got the toy. Where's it at? I got the Jailer's Cage. Alright. I don't have to do this anymore. There. Took a picture. Save it. That was how many attempts? 48. So 48 tries. There. Saved. Alright, let me out. Nice. Excellent. So I can remove that entirely. The Wolves Vault. Goodbye. Nice. Anyway, what was I saying? I don't remember. Oh, right. What I didn't like about Dragonflight. Yeah, it's just the story. I didn't like the story, and I don't like the end game open world content, which are the two things that, you know, would keep me in an expansion while it's active. Even if I don't like the story, I'll go do the end game content, but since I don't like the end game content style, I guess I'll do it later. So, thank you, Sin. Awesome. I understand. I do not like either. Yeah. That's the two big issues. Yep. Like, everything else is great. Like, all the quality of life stuff they've added for Dragonflight is great. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't hate Dragonflight by any extent. Not one bit. It's just not been my favorite, personally. That's all. Grouch monologues like a mid-level manager trying to give pep talks to underpaid part-time employees. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. That's a great way to put it. Like, the events have been a bit fun, but I'm over it. They got old quickly with their issues. Yeah, agreed. I enjoyed it at the start, but same. Yeah. More luck indeed. Today's a mildly lucky day. I'll take it. Yeah, now that is the rarest thing. What is the rarest thing I could do right now? Oh gosh, I don't know. Kind of what I'm working on, to be honest. Smorgalax still not up. Come on, bro. Ugh. Alright. Really? I'm in combat? Fools. Why am I in combat with a yellow dude? Alright, let's go turn war mode off. See if he's on. If he's up. 104 attempt, no shoulders. I'm sorry, Big Fire. You'll get there eventually, though. Persistence. Persistence. Dragonflight is a good extension. They have a lot of stuff to collect. Well, of course. There's definitely no complaints about the stuff to collect. I just don't like the activities needed to do to collect them. My complaint with expansions is never about the items to collect, the aesthetics, or the music. I never have complaints about those. So when I look at whether I do or don't like an expansion, it has to be about the story, the open world content, the endgame content, excluding raids and dungeons. And yeah, it's that type of stuff. So when I look at an expansion, that's why I have to look at it that way. Because I never have complaints about MOG, music, aesthetics. The Dragon Isles are gorgeous. Absolutely love it. The new character models are beautiful. I cannot wait to get my fingers in all the new MOG and collectibles and mounts. And, you know, never a complaint there. So it only ranks, like, I think I put on my fifth favorite expansion. So it's top 5. So that's still a B. Alright, see if he's up over here. Are you up now? Please? Yes. Thank goodness for war mode and non-war mode. Best thing that ever could have happened. Okay, let's try this here. I hope that during Midnight expansion, ERL will come with light army from Draenor, either via Dark Portal shenanigans or spaceships, and help us defeat the Void threat. Then Terrellian, with part of the Alliance army, will join Urel, and Illyria and Anduin will be in opposition. And Alliance players could have the quest lines similar to the BFA Sarfang and Sylvanas stuff. This could be a subplot of Midnight expansion. Agreed, I think that would be really cool, and I'm curious to see what they're going to do with Urel. Because I kind of like her now that she's gone hardcore villain. So, we'll see what happens. Toy please? Toy please? That would be amazing if I could get the toy. Yes! I don't have to do this anymore! Yes! Ugh. I think I just nerdgasmed. Ah! I got it! That feels so good. Alright. Alright. Let me take a little picture of this. How many attempts was that? 40. Ancient Delethium coin. Off of... make sure I spell his name properly. I like to give, like, when I post these, I don't like to say I just say I got it. When I post my updates, I like to say, like, how I got it, so that folks know. 40 attempt... Morgu... He's got a weird name. Morg U Liax. Morg U Liax. Okay. There. Whew. 40 out of 8. Load. High drop rate my butt. Anyway. Alright, where are we at here? Kraken wins. That's awesome. Yes, thank you. Crazy luck today. Tell me about it. Okay, what's the other rarest thing you could do right now, right? And stream went potato when she screamed. It always does. It doesn't like when I get excited. Alright, I can take that off. Get out of here. Off my map. Beautiful. No more rare Maws. Ma rares. No more rift stuff. Nothing. The only things I still have to do in the Ma are the world boss here when that comes around, and doing some of Inari's dailies for souls. Oh, and the weekly souls quests for the high chance at divine souls for the Night Fae. But that's it. That's just Venari stuff specifically, and the world boss. Everything else, don't have to touch. Oh, so nice. Let's delete that ass. Boop. Such a satisfaction. Ah. Feels nice. Twice in 1J. Tell me about it. Need to do the Shadowlands story. Am I done with the Maw? Almost. Almost. Just a couple things left. You should do your biggest RNG goal today. Your luck is crazy. Like, ironically, that's kind of the problem. A lot of the stuff I have the biggest need for, they're not up very much. I really wish I could do Pugilist. Let's go check for Pugilist. The world quest, the calling for it is up, but there's no treasures. I guess I'll do this. I can't switch factions right now. Covenants, whatever. Somebody else disliked Fyrak? I mean, he's the basic bully with no plan. I like Fyrak on a surface level, but I don't really like him in terms of personality. I don't know. He does feel like a basic bully to me, which is unfortunate because as ancient as the incarnates are, and they're supposed to be this ancient mortal enemy, they kind of feel as shallow as Alexstrasza. And yes, I said it. She feels a little shallow. Ooh, someone has the mount. I love those beetles. I froze that bronze beetle on the trading post so that I can buy it later. I love how it looks. I'm trying to save up my tenders for next month, though, because I want the magical girl outfits. So, and I'm totally going to put parts of it on my main because he's my dress-up doll. Right, where am I going? Revendreth. Right. Quick, play the lottery while you're on your winning streak. No kidding. Gosh dang. I also forgot the stream restarted. I was wondering how it's only been 15 minutes. Yeah, stream restarted. I know, I'm sorry. It does that every once in a while. Okay. We'll fly to the closest one. I still need Bottled Shade Heart and Bone Storm Top. Those took me a while too. Those took me a while. I was okay with SL, but I hated the Maw. Yeah, a lot of people didn't like the Maw, and I understand why. I really liked the Maw, personally, but I also tend to be in the camp of I like zones where you can't fly, because I'm in the minor camp of always thought that WoW should have never had flying in it because it ruins the RPG experience. But that ship has obviously sailed, so it's moot point at this point. You can't remove it, the damage is done, just play into it and make it better. So. Me too, Beetle had to be frozen over an old mountain 10 save for Feb. Yeah, those scarabs look great. I really like them. Okay. Yeah, so there are no treasures at all, even though there's a calling up that would spawn the treasures. Odd. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Let's see, what's the other thing I could do? I could farm that, but I kind of want to farm that with alts. Because that rare is a pain in the ass. Let's look here. What else can I do? I do need to do the Sandworn chest. Embercourt, I'm still putting off. There's no Pugilist today. That. Don't really want to do a Zul'Gurub right now. I do need to finish my Zerath Mortis weekly, but let's look at something else. What else we got that we can do? We could do Elefar Denathrius. I could start putting that farm on my weeklies. Because he is doable. So I want Remornia. I farmed that when it was current and it just didn't want to. Denathrius Elefar. For Remornia. Let's take Remornia off here. So we're going Sentinels, Crafted Mog, Undelete, Archaeology. I do need to pick a day for Archaeology. I've not gotten around to doing that. Writing Spirits Duty. The problem with a lot of the stuff that's left on my list, it's like stuff that's either an incredibly long grind, like the last 4 things I need from Archaeology, and it'll take hours and hours and hours and hours and hours to finish it, or it's a little on the complex side, so I can't really do it during stream because I'm going to be sit there like reading a guide constantly, and that's no fun for anyone. Or I have to wait for it to come around. Like, I need the time walking soul shapes. And we don't have any time walking right now, so I can't do that. I'm getting down to the nitty gritty on stuff I need. I do need Curie and Paragon. Where am I at with their rep? That is one I could kind of farm, maybe. The Ascended. No, I'm not even nearly close. Okay. And there's no Kyrian callings. Alright. Let's look at chat here for a second. Let's see. Me too, I read that. I still think Fyrak had major DBZA imperfect cell vibes. He definitely did. He really did. Beetle mount beat the red fox mount, sadly. Aw. I can see why, though. As adorable as the fox is, those new beetles are great. I want them to add zones where there is no flying like Najatar, or at least unlock flying later in that zone. Yeah, understandable. I would love, I don't know, just the ability to not fly. Which I guess technically we have it if we just don't ride a flying mount, but you know what I mean. That is true. There's no other game I play with flying mounts. Yeah, a lot of RPGs don't have the ability to fly. They usually, like, your travel system is based on some sort of transport, or like you get in a cart, you ride a train, or it's like a teleportation slash fast travel system. So like Argus's port nodes, those are fantastic. Or how you fast travel in Skyrim or BG3, or you know, you unlock areas kind of like flight points, but you just port there at any time. I would have preferred a system like that. I think that would have done really well for the RPG aspect in WoW, but like I said, the ship has sailed. They tried to repeal that in VoD. Didn't go well. So it is what it is. Let's see here. Paragon. So even with the new raids, that feels diff because you have to build a machine that you could try to fly. I don't know how, because I'm so bad at new engineering in that game. True. Mount farms? I don't really have a lot of mounts I could farm. I either can't solo the raids, or we do need to go do Denathrius. Let's take the flight point back. Or they're weekly, like mythic dungeons. But the BFA mythic dungeons aren't very easy on alts yet. So I've only been taking my main through it, and they're not repeatable because they're weekly. I don't really have a lot of that I could do. I do need the Legion raid mounts, but I don't really want to farm raids right now. So I was kind of waiting on raids for like Mog and mounts until next expansion. Let's see, I want them to allow us to level in classic vanilla zones. Were clearly designed to be quest and traverse on the ground. Agreed, Rabbit. I want classic vanilla as an option for Chromie time. I want it separate from Cataclysm. I want it as an actual thing in retail WoW, so that I can play that. I really need to clean up my bags. There. That's good enough, at least. Have you thought about trying out the new classic WoW server, Seas of Domination? I have, and I don't like it, so I have no intention of playing classic. It's a separate game from retail, and thus I'm not interested in it. So, I never liked classic as it was anyways, so it's just not my interest. So you won't ever really see any more classic stuff from me. I played hardcore once for 4 hours on stream, and I got bored really fast. Alright, let's see. Audience with Arrogance. Is that... see, Jailer's Vanguard. Is this the last wing? I can't remember, because these are never labeled properly. We'll find out. Audience with Arrogance. Is this with Denathrius? I think it is. It's been a hot minute since I've tried. Yes, this is Denathrius. Okay. Alright. Wait for the RP sequence. Come on, guys. Have they tried to repeal it? Like how? Well, originally in WoD, they were going to remove the ability to fly. Not like in old zones, but in new expansions going forward, you weren't going to be able to fly. So WoD was not designed with flying in mind. That's why physically on the ground, WoD is such a great leveling expansion for 10+, because it was all designed with foot in mind. But people freaked out, so they added the Pathfinder achievement so that you could earn flying, but then people freaked out about that too. So but that's why Pathfinder came about, is because they wanted to no longer do flying so that we could have that RPG element, and people were not happy about it. So that was that. But Invisible Rains call for you though. I already have Invisible. I do have that one. I'm nearly out of mounts to farm now too. Was unsuccessful in SL. Yeah, I don't have a lot of mounts left I could farm that aren't Shadowlands specifically. Or even then I have most of the Shadowlands ones. It's just the Legion like mythic mounts, which are a little bit of a pain, and the BFA mythic dungeon mounts, and then of course some newer glory raid achievements. I don't have a lot left to get. So mount farming specifically is not particularly on my radar at the moment. Come on, Denathrius, let's go. Blah 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 blah. Sucks that BFA raids still aren't soloable. Yeah, like they kinda are if you do LFR, but that's... you gotta be really geared to be able to get through most of the normal plus stuff. And even then, some of the mechanics physically prevent you, so... doesn't count. To be fair, in WoD they didn't commit, that was the main problem. They promised it late in the X-Pac, then they told everyone lies saying people didn't complain enough. So they were cutting it, leading to a huge fight between the wants and don't wants for flying. All because Blizzard can say they didn't want like flying. Yeah, agreed. Is this raid soloable? Kind of. I'm doing LFR, so... and it's not legacy loot. So if you're here for like transmog and stuff, I don't really recommend farming Nathria right now, because Shadowlands is not set to legacy loot. So you may or may not get any loot at all. But Remornia, the pet that drops off of Denathrius, is a separate loot table from him specifically. So it's a personal loot thing, because it's a special item. So there's a higher chance to get that than, say, gear. Oh, do you still multi-box? I found you on YouTube. I do, yes. I do still multi-box. I don't usually do it on the stream, and using software to do it is against TOS, so I do it manually now. I did not know you could queue solo for LFR. You can indeed. The LFR NPC is right by the Covenant table stuff in Ouroboros. Whee! Let's go, big boss. Let's go. Whee! Down we go. Whee! Alright, Daddy D. Let's go. Your text box is way too big to move my mouse. move over here. Romornia is trying to impale you. Oh no. Let's see, Romornia is not Naifu. What would she be? Swordwoo? Swordfu? Why did they release Shadowlands LFR but the loot hasn't changed? Is that normal? Yeah, it's unfortunately normal. They haven't set it to Legacy yet. And it's kind of funny because they kind of defy their own rules, because Legacy loot is supposed to kick in when an expansion is 10 levels or older. But apparently 60 to 70 doesn't count as 10 levels. It has to be 59. So basically 11 levels, i.e. Shadowlands doesn't count. BFA is Legacy loot now, though. You can do that one. And actually get loot. But, yeah. It's fine. I'm glad they have LFR solo at all, so it's at least an option. I guess I should heal myself a little bit. You do hurt a little. Ow. I used to remember back in Legion, WoD raids were soloable, and now even 2 prior expansion is hard now. Well, WoD raids are definitely super soloable, but yeah, agreed. I know what you mean. Yep, because even in BFA, before they did the level squish, I was soloing Legion raids. The only thing I was struggling with was, like, Mythic. But LFR through Heroic, Legion raids were a slice of pie. Not the case now, though. Ow. Stop with the hurties. Just want your sword. Nice. No, Daddy D. Next expansion, Shadowlands should be Legacy, no? Assuming they toggle it, yeah. It's supposed to be. It should be Legacy now, but it's not. So, you know. Do 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 do. Heal myself. There we go. Alright, come on guys, give me the loot. Thank you! No Romornia. Alright. That's fine. Okie dokie. So weekly, Denathrius LFR, bam. Let's do... What else can we do here? I do need to go do the Sandwarden chest for the day. I haven't done that. In fact, that's a farm we could do for a little while. Is the Mossworn Raptera recipe thing. Schematic, that's the word. I'll go do that for a bit. Because that one doesn't want to drop. I'm up to like 700 something tries for that or whatever. So let's go farm that for a little while. There we go. You said pick something lucky. I had to think about it for a bit because I really am getting down there on RNG things I can farm that are outside of raids or not locked to weekly stuff, you know? Or that I don't have to wait for. Okay, let's go do that. Go do that for a bit. That is good and bad, right? It is, exactly. It's both good and bad. It's a pain because I'm like, what else can I do here? But it's good because I'm actually, you know, getting progress. Good progress, though. We got 2 achievements done today. 2 achievements? No, an achievement and 2 toys. I'm so pleased. Alright, we'll see if the Raptera adapted whatever schematic wants to drop. And at the same time, we can farm for... Oh, I didn't clean up my bags. Whoa! Let's do that real quick. Alright, let's clean out bags really quick here. That. Save the anima. We don't need that. We don't need that. Need those. Or these. Those need to go in my bank. saw thing. Yep. Get out of here. Okay, open Guild Bank. Okay. Dump all this stuff. Doot, 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 doot. Dump, 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 dump. Amazing how quick your bags fill up from stuff. And personal bank. Dump, 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 dump. Dump and dump. Okay, rest of that I'm gonna use later. Alrighty, nice and clean. Onwards. So, to get the thing I need here, this guy. Schematic, mod adapted Raptora. 776 attempts so far. These guys. Oh, I should put on my other ring. I'm actually a higher item level. It'll make these guys die a lot faster. Yeah, so that's what we'll do. We'll farm these guys for a while. Okay, let's get that ring on. There we go. Perfecto mundo. New target acquired. Alright. We'll probably just do this for the rest of the stream, unless it decides to be lucky. We'll see. We'll see if my luck is dried up or not. These big boys have a lot of health. Let's go! Moss-worn Hulk. I love the aesthetic of these guys. They look so great. They're just giant living Iron Maidens. It's kind of awesome. I mean, I guess living is maybe not quite the right term, but you know what I mean. That is too many attempts for that schematic. I'm sorry. Yeah. See, this is proof. This is what my luck is normally like. This is what it's normally like. So when you see me get stuff on stream, that's why I'm exasperated. Because this is what it's normally like. And luckily they drop sand-worn chest key fragments too, so I can stock up on those a little bit. So there's a toy from that doesn't want to drop either. So fingers crossed today's the day and I get that toy too. Wouldn't that be nice? And then I think I'd have all the toys besides the stuff that comes out of the Ember Court from Shadowlands. That'd be kind of cool. Fragment number 2. I wish killing mobs counted for the Zerath Mortis weekly. They don't, unfortunately. So none of this is counting for the weekly, which I do also need to do because there's stuff out of that Paragon I'm still missing. And the Enlightened Paragon farming is not particularly great. That one sucks. So a lot of the dailies, I don't think any of the dailies count for it. It's limited to like world quests and treasures. Or world quests in the weekly, I mean. Which is unfortunate. It's a very slow burn of a rough grind. I think you can get some out of the raid too, but it's not very doable. Like you can, but it's a struggle. Some of the world pet drop pet rarity attempts are crazy. I thought it couldn't get worse than mounts, but apparently pets can be. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, those are a little insane. Let's see, I remember the Azure Whelpling was one that I still needed for a long time. I was up to like 30,000 something tries? It was a lot. And I ended up just buying the thing off the auction house. I never did get it to drop, and I still haven't to this day. So I was like, yeah, I just bought the thing. No thank you. Oh, get this guy first. Leaving those ones for last. Yeah, smart. I feel that. You gotta really be in the mood, because especially for a lot of stuff like that, they're like just this brainless mob grind, which is not my favorite activity because it's so unengaging for me. Yeah, I started the Azure Whelpling while I did Winter Saber Daily. May just buy it too. I wouldn't blame ya. It's kind of why I like that some pets, Mog, and it's not as common with mounts, but pets, Mog, and toys. There's a lot of buyable stuff, which is great to me because I can go farm something for a while, and if it's just not dropping, at least in terms of open world stuff, I might be able to just buy it off the auction house, even if it's at a ridiculous price. Because, like, it may be at a ridiculous price, but you gotta look at it too. The time you've spent farming it at that point where you're exasperated, you could have probably gotten enough gold to be able to buy the thing. So, yeah. That's how I look at it. Got 3 fragments. I guess it'll pop up on my thing when it's ready for me to use it. I really should interrupt them when they get stronger, but I'm lazy. You stunned me, how dare you? Yeah, I just don't care enough. I'm happy to buy something if I can. It is cool when a thing drops, but I like my sanity. Right there with you, Haliak. Same. Like this schematic. I would love to be able to buy it, but alas, I cannot. Kind of like with Zelda puzzles. Oh, just look it up. I feel that. I usually like to try, if the puzzle looks interesting, I will give it an attempt or two, but if I'm just stumped and I can't figure it out, I tend to not like puzzles very much, so I'll just look it up. I feel that. Yeah, I will try it enough. Yep. Try it a couple times and then, yeah, I'll probably just look it up. I feel that. Okay. Oh, there we go. Nice. Okie day. Luckily these guys respawn really quickly, unlike some other mob farms, so that's pretty good. Some WoW secrets though, I don't understand how people just figure it out. Yeah, you really gotta have the mindset to figure out some of those WoW secrets. I'm just looking at things and being like, how does anyone figure this out? I feel that. I killed 1,400 crabs around Theramore today before the newly re-added 10.17 bind on pickup blacksmithing pattern finally dropped. Oh, same! Same! I got that a while ago now, but same! It took me forever to get that. I feel you. That was a disgusting grind. I was spitting fire. I think I was doing it with either Silver or Canary. One of them. I think it was Silver. And, yeah. Ah, still no toy. Okay, no toy, but that's fine. So no toy on that one. I did the Sandworn chest. Boop. So we'll just keep farming these guys. So, yeah. So congrats, Prune. That's awesome. And I'm sorry, because I can relate. That was way too low of a drop. At least the respawn on the crabs aren't terrible, though. The worst mob farms are when whatever you're trying to farm takes forever to respawn, and you're just like, I'm dying now. You know. So yeah, we'll just kill these guys for a while. Try for the schematic and stock up on some keys. Stun me, how dare you. What add-on do you use for treasures on the map? Handy Notes? Yep, Handy Notes Shadowlands. Exactly the name. Handy Notes and Handy Notes Shadowlands. That one works pretty good. I know Silver Dragon does treasures too, but I like using Silver Dragon and Handy Notes in conjunction because they both give different kinds of information. So they're both helpful. But mainly for treasures, it's Handy Notes. You're very welcome, Sarge. Happy to help. There are some grinds on old school RuneScape that take 100 to 500 hours on average, depending on the boss for pets, since there are chances from bosses. The longest ones take on average, which you may not even get lucky, or you may get extremely lucky, 475 hours. Yeah, that's disgusting. No, thank you. If there's something I don't like, it's endless grinding. Blech. Especially if it's RNG related. I'm more okay with mob grinds and farms and all that stuff if it's for like a currency where I need a limited amount of currency to go buy a thing. That I'm more okay with than just, well, hope I get it, you know. It's just not in the cards for me. I don't have the patience for that. Not anymore. Same, not for me at all. Yeah, that's insane. I mean, people that enjoy that, more power to them, but that is not in my lineup. Hey, grinds also. Big turnoff for me. Hello, Verk, and yeah, not my thing. Currency grinds, fine, but the RNG, nah. I like goals I can work toward that have an end in sight. Thank you. Here we go. Come on. These dang mobs, get out of here. And I don't know how many attempts I'm up to on the toy that drops out of the Sandworn chest either, because I don't have it, and it's in my rarity, but it doesn't want to count it anymore. Like, it's still there, but it's not counting my attempts. I definitely don't have it, so I don't know what that's about. But I don't know how many attempts I'm up to for that one. It's not functioning on that part for some reason. But it's Makari's Bag of Mines or something, in case you wanted to look it up. I've tried to look up to see if I'm doing something wrong for that, or if I need to like do something specific, but there's not any information besides just looting it out of the chest, so I don't know. Because usually, if you're doing something wrong and rarity's not counting your attempts, that's why. It means you're like not actually getting an attempt, but I don't know about that one. Can't get any information. So if y'all have any tips, let me know. Mossworn Hulk does whatever a Mossworn Hulk does. Can he fly? No, it can't. It's a Hulk. Here he comes. Asking me a question. Hold on. I'm getting pinged. What do you want? Let's see, no I haven't. One sec, everybody. Even. There we go. Okay. Anyway, apologies. All right. Keep farming these boyos. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. I would honestly like to get the schematic off these guys before I get the toy out of the Sandworn chest. Only because these guys also drop the keys, but everything here drops the keys. So I don't have to farm those guys for the keys. I'm just farming those guys for the keys so I can also get the schematic. Because if I get the toy first, I'm still getting keys. But I'm now a Lore Master of the Eastern Kingdoms. Congrats, Haliak! That's awesome. Congratulations. That's a feat for sure. There's a lot of quests. I just hit apparently 800. I'm 800 even attempts for the schematic here. Yeesh. I have 6 more Lore Master to do. You're getting there. You're getting there. It'll be well worth it. Eh. There we go. Alrighty. 802 attempts. Oh, I'm starting to think this thing is a myth. Somehow only did all the quests in Legion BFA. I guess I liked farming those expansions. Understandable. They do have great quests. There's an activity on OSRS that's like loot boxes. They're old, from like 2005. They're called Clue Scrolls. It's basically a quest that takes you around the world. You have to fulfill certain tasks. And at the end, you get a chest you can open. There's a big variety of loot. Some of it is so rare that it actually makes it statistically impossible for anyone to ever get all of it individually. Like if you were tracked by all the things, you could never complete it. Yeah, that's gross, man. That's gross. To be fair, this character didn't exist before Legion. That is true. Protoform synthesis stream when? I mean, I'm kind of doing it now. What exactly were you looking for, Hannelus? I'm technically farming for a schematic right now, so... like, a lot of the rare pieces are 1 out of 313,000. Good grief. You have to get the clue scroll from RNG, then complete the tasks, then get the roll chance. The speed at which you can complete them / get rolls would take 50 to 60 years for someone to fully complete it all and earn all the drops. Gross! Yeah, no thank you. That's too much. That is too much. I meant Genesis moat farming. Oh. Well, when I get all of the schematics, maybe. But I won't be doing it in a group if that's what you're asking. 'Cause I won't be doing that for quite some time. I'm mostly just collecting the schematics and such. go. So I have about half the motes I need. I'm getting down there, actually. I don't think I need... I think it's only about 7,000 motes left. I've purposely not farmed for motes because everything else I do in this area will give motes. And so it's not something I need to farm for yet. So when I have all the other pieces to be able to build the motes will be the last thing I farm. Farm them after I get all the schematics, after I get all the other special loot. Which I have almost all of at this point. After I have the Paragon rewards. So it'll be a while. And who knows, I might not even need to farm much by that point. That's why I do it that way, because kind of the trickle-down effect. Because if I farm for motes first and still have to do all this other stuff, I'm still gonna get motes, whether I like it or not. So when I get to that point, I won't have to farm much. Yeah, I agree completely. As a result, those rare items are the most valuable in the entire game, though. People who do get lucky and get them are instantly some of the richest players by far. Yeah, that's insane. Especially since it's luck-based. Blech. No, thank you. Alright, Mossworn Hulk, come on, cough it up. Speaking of luck, let's go. Don't be gross. But he's being gross. Let's go. Boo. I'm almost done getting all the schematics, I think. Let's see, what am I missing on schematics? I can look after this. After this mob. There's not many. It's like 2 or 3 left. I know I need this one, and I know I need one from the Paragon. There might be one from the raid I need? Maybe. It is, but you can intentionally grind it. But yeah, there's no guarantee you'll ever get the valuable / rare. Yeah, blech. Alright, let's see here. Boop. Alright, expansion features, right? I think. Shadowlands. No, okay, it's under World. Outdoor zones. Here we go. Perform synthesis. There's not a whole lot of stuff left I need. Because I need 11 more mounts, but I have a lot of the parts to make some of them. I just don't yet have the motes. Yeah, here we go. I only need 3 more... Yeah, not even from the raid. I only need 3 more schematics. The Violent Poultrid comes from that chicken daily quest I keep checking for, and it just refuses to drop. And then the Modapted Raptor I'm farming for right now. And then the Reset Bufanoid comes out of the Paragon, and that has refused to drop as well. So I almost have all of the schematics. I have most of the items needed for these, like the special ones, like Wind's Infinite Call, Tools of Experimentation, etc., etc. There's a few I don't. There's a couple that are from the raid and they've been kind of a problem, so I've not been able to get them. They've not wanted to drop out of the, because you can get them out of the, there's a little dude over here somewhere. Over here. Next to the Exile's Hollow, once you unlock them, you can buy for ciphers. But it's got a really low chance to drop that stuff. Oh, what game is that? Old school RuneScape. Yeah. I also only need 4 more Eastern Kingdom pets for Safari. The baby ape is going to be most annoying, I think. Probably just park an alt there. Excuse me, that one took a while. That's what I did. I just parked an alt on an alt account there. And it wasn't even an active account at the time. It was just to let me know when it was raining so that I could go over there and get it. Because don't you need to get it when it's raining or something? It's been a hot minute since I've gotten that one. I remember doing that. What legendary items do I have? For what expansion exactly? And what class? Because if we're talking for everything, I have everything. Except the new two-handed axe from Fire-Ack, and I technically have the Evoker one, I just haven't completed the questline for it. And I don't have the Sylvanas bow. Other than that, though, I have everything. I just meant generally. That's awesome. Oh, thank you, Saw. Yeah, I've, including the Pandarian Mop ones, because I had gotten those when they were current. The rings, Pandarian Mop, it's the same expansion. Mop and WoD. I got all the cloaks, and I got all the rings from those two expansions when they were current, before they removed the ability to get them. So, glad I did that at least. It needs to be raining on the island. I guess it's a different weather pattern from the Vale. It is. It's on its own weather pattern, so you literally have to have someone there, like, to see if it's raining or not. It's a little insane. Ooh, oh, you. I'm not up to date on them anyway since I haven't played in so long. Oh yeah, understandable. Hey, nice. Nice thing is, even though the Sandworn chest key fragments are unique 5, the combined version, the chest key, is not. It's just soulbound, so you could actually keep farming them, which is nice. So I don't have to waste them. I really like the idea of best in slot stuff being earnable through quests or something, like a long, challenging legendary quest or something, like Vanilla Hammer. Yeah, agreed. Same. I like that type of stuff. I'm not fond of the RNG version. Like, I like tier sets, I just don't like how you acquire them. Or that they're completely class locked, transmog-wise. Yeah, that was so annoying to remember to form the key fragments, though. Yeah, agreed. That's why I like having new openables, the add-on. Because it'll pop up a little button when something in your bags is interactable. So when I get 5, that's what's been popping up as an ability, so I can just use it and keep going. Someone say Thunder Fury was a Blade of the Windseeker. Oh my word, that one took me so long to get. I do have it, but good heavens. I farmed for, what was it, the left half from Molten Core? It was either the left or the right half, but I think it was the left wrist that didn't want to drop. Left binding. From Mop all the way through BFA. It was either the last part of BFA or early Shadowlands that it finally dropped. Every single week of Molten Core on this character. I wanted it on this character because he's my main and he could get it. So I wanted it on this one. Yeah. It's gross. I'm not interested in farming for current legendaries at all, luckily, I guess. Well, I think there's only 2. Because there's the Evoker one from whatever boss that is. Sarkareth. Or whatever his name is. And then there's the new two-handed axe one from Fire-Ack. I have the Evoker one, but I've not even done Fire-Ack once, so obviously I'm not going to have that one. I heard it costs a lot of money too. It does. That's exactly why I haven't finished the legendary for Evoker, because it's going to cost me several 100,000 to get it crafted. And I'm like, are you serious? No. I'll wait until it's not going to be that expensive anymore. Or I could do it myself. I could probably do it myself, except I've not done a lot of Dragonflight profession stuff. So I haven't really liked the system for it. So that's not very high on my priority right now. It's expensive. Like, I got other things. And now there's a new gold sink. Vulgar Legendary, even lower on my list. It's not even really a quest line. Like, it is, but isn't. It's just really expensive to craft. Kinda sucks. This schematic don't want to drop, man. We got 9 minutes left of stream. Come on. I think my luck dried up. I appreciate you all feeding me your luck, though. I am very grateful. Today was a good day. Got a lot of things off my list today. I'm just trying to figure out how I'll sustain tokens once I resub. I'm thinking I may try Drizzling Rose's Garrison Flush Card of Omen method. Yeah, if you're trying to live only on tokens, unfortunately my methods aren't great for that, so I've heard a lot of positive stuff about Drizzling Rose's guides, so definitely go that route. Because I like to use my gold for my alt accounts, but my main account is definitely physically actually paid for. So, what's the new gold sync and meta loop? Oh, thank you so much, Looney RPG, for the sub. Super appreciate your support, because thanks to folks like you, I can keep working. Here's a sub for some good luck in the next few minutes. Thank you, Looney, I appreciate it. Appreciate it a lot, thank you. And here's a Burke, here's the gold sync. Since this is probably going to be a recurring thing in the future, I made a command for gold sinks so that y'all know. Just type, sync, the sync command, and it'll pull it up for you. I thought you couldn't do that much if you don't spend actual money at least every few months or something. Isn't that a change? Only if you haven't subbed an account since, what was it, 2015? It's extremely generous. Whenever they actually brought tokens in, if you haven't bought an actual sub since the tokens introduction in, like, VoD, that's when you can't. So, yeah. That's what it is. There it is. But if it's, if you've had a sub once any point since that time, you're totally fine. Oh, Mossworn Hulk. Mossworn Hulk. 820 attempts. Yeah. Gross. Oh, I have a new key. Need to use it. No. Use this key. Here we go. Ooh, ad break. Joys of stream breaking. Messes up the ad break times. Alright. Alright, Hiru. Oh, I think the Mechagon dailies are broken. It feels like the same quests keep getting cycled through. Yeah, BFA had some bad RNG. It pulls from a very similar RNG like the mop dailies. They do the same thing, which is why I despise them so much. Where it's really random. There's not a set day where the dailies will show up. It's just painfully random. So I completely understand. It's gross. Is gross. I'm attempting Invincible again. I'd rather do the grind you're doing. See, I'd trade you. I'd rather do the grind you're doing. Good luck, though, Verk. I kind of refuse going back to Mechagon Zone to check for the drills for the last pattern I need. Understandable. The drills... See, I always got excited for Drill Day, for Drill Rig Day, because that's a great way to get a fast shot of spare parts and stuff. Because, like, yeah, you have to build the machines, but you get more if you stay there for the full duration of the dig inside and farm everything, especially if it's the underground ones with all the little dudes. You can farm the crap out of it and get thousands of spare parts. So it really is a good way to do it. And you need a lot of spare parts if you're going to do all the achievements. The blueprints feel the hardest part of the meta. See, for me, it was I think the paints. The paints took the longest. For the meta, specifically. The stuff outside of the meta took even longer, but... yeah. I was wondering if it is possible to get all the blueprints from that daily turn-in. I don't think so. I feel like a lot of the blueprints are specific to their sources. It was that chicken schematic for me. Yeah, that one took a hot minute. Because you gotta wait for the daily. The chickens are not for eating daily or whatever it is. And then you gotta chase the thing around the island when it's up. And then you gotta kill the chicken if you can get to it fast enough, you know, the big one that it spawns. And then you gotta hope the thing drops. And you only get one chance because it's a rare. It's not cool. I didn't like that one. I have one paint, one blueprint left, I think. Nice, you're getting there. Not bad. To the machine, I can't remember what it's called. Talking about the recycling one? No. Not everything can drop out of that. A lot can, but not everything. I have a few paints to get still. Well, good luck indeed. Recycling, yeah. Yep, not everything can drop out of that. A lot can, but not everything. I should go back and finish the Junkyard title. It is a great title. I do like that one. You could be Junkyard Vercane. It's pretty great. Alright, just a few more minutes of this. I'm already getting tired of farming these things. I'm up to 827 now. Attempts. Ugh. That means I've killed 827 of these guys. It's ridiculous. Mega Gun rares weren't too bad, but the Nagitar rares were terrible. Yeah, agreed. Agreed. The Mega Gun rares weren't so bad. The RNG wasn't great, but yeah, I think I disliked the the Nagitar rares more. Especially the ones you have to like summon and do all these funky things for. Those were a pain. Or the Wayward Algan stuff. That one was the worst. Took forever. I don't know when I'm going to get that achievement done. It's a long one. I even got a Soundless kill, but I'm missing the other ones. Yeah, and Soundless drops a mount too. If you can believe that. It's gross. It's got a 4 to 8 hour spawn. Actually difficult. Soundless was easier to do because people actually list it. Ah, gotcha. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, that's a mount I'm still missing. I've got quite a few attempts on that one, but no luck. Alright, one more Mossworn dude, and then we're gonna call it good for stream, because my 2.5 hours are up. For those of you that joined in the last half of stream, I apologize if the, what's it say, 113, wow. Hour and 13 minutes looks off. It's because stream broke partly through and it reset itself. You know, internet things, I guess. Twitch, I don't even know what happened. But, last skill for the day. Yep, no dice. Ended an even 830 attempts. No Raptera, but we got an achievement and 2 other toys, so hey, I'll take it. We got progress today, and that's what matters. The only rare I hate Nagitar is Soundless too, as I don't have that mount yet. Same. Soundless is disgusting, just like TLP to me too. Yeah, but at least the time loss, Proto Drake is a 100% chance if you actually hit it. Soundless is not. It's gross. Alright, well we are at the end of stream. So here is my schedule. I do not stream on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's just Monday through Thursday. So I will be back in a few days. You all check out my schedule there. That'll convert to your time zones in case those days don't align with you. So you know when I'm live. Because today's Thursday, right? Let me make sure. It's not Wednesday and I'm psycho. It's Thursday. Good. So you all have a fantastic evening. Have a great weekend. And I'll see you on Monday. Hugs and kisses. Love you all. Bye-bye.